Well, isn't Easter just the best time of year? It's the last bit of summer we get in before the weather gets cold, the water's still warm and the fish are still on. Leaf here with this week's Boss Outdoor Fishing Report. Well, if you're looking to take the family out for a fish this Easter holidays, there's so many great options in Merimbula. So many different ways to catch fish inshore, in close, in protected areas. So let's shoot to Jamari and see what he's got for us.
So in the Merimbula system, we are spoilt for choice for fishing spots. This jetty here that I'm standing on is a great spot, just in front of the shop. It gets you right out across the flat straight into the channel. So if you're after trevally and flathead and bream and all those sort of species, it's a great option. Gets you right out straight into the channel access. Even the bridge up behind me here is another great spot. There's a jetty on the other side of the bridge, next to the old boat ramp. Also a great option. Across here at Mitchie's, it's more shallow at Mitchie's, so you are going to struggle to find patches of deeper water, but near the jetty over there is also worth fishing as well, and down on the sand spit towards Bar Beach. Spencer Park, down the front here, there's a public jetty there as well, and on low tide that whole sand flat is exposed. Good channel access along that sand flat, drops off real deep close to shore, so another great option if you're just looking to get after a few fish in the estuary here. So the fishing in the top lake at the moment has actually been pretty productive. We've had a few customers come in and hire a tinny and shoot up there, catch a few good flatties, and there's a few good trevally around too. So look, great option over the Easter holidays. Get some burley, shoot up the top lake, burley up a bit, and chuck some baits in and you should get a few fish. So flatties, trevally, even some bream up there, so it's well worth a shot. So if you are looking to throw some lures around in the lakes, at the moment it's a great time of year to use soft plastics. Some smaller, sort of 2.5 inch size, even your 2 inch size, grubs, slim swims, that sort of small profile, curly tail or paddle tail grub. With the clearer water, I'd be looking for a bloodworm colour, and then on the lower tide when the water's a bit more discoloured, maybe a motor oil or a pumpkin seed sort of presentation.
Yeah, that's some great advice, Jamari. So many great spots locally. You can go to Tathra too. The Bega River, Mogareka at Tathra there, is producing some absolute cracking flathead. We saw Harry catch that 84 centimetre flatty. Oh, such a young bloke catching such an amazing fish. What a great effort that is. And not to be outdone by Johnny. Johnny getting his PB as well. 90 centimetre dusky flathead near that Mogareka Bridge. Fish around the Mogareka Bridge. Doesn't matter what side you're on. That fishes all around that bridge. As closer you can get to the bridge, seems to be the bigger the fish are. So chase some crocs around Mogareka. So Harry and Johnny, don't forget to come in and get your $10 voucher. Thanks so much for sending those videos in. Back to you, Jamari. What's happening on the beach?
The beaches have been fishing really well at the moment as well. After this big swell that we had last week, all the gutters have changed around and it's actually done favours for a lot of the sort of salmon troughs and stuff in close. There's still some good sized whiting getting around, so late season whiting off the beaches, there's some proper fish pushing that 40 centimetre mark, but plenty of salmon if you're after just to get down on the beach and have a good time and catch some fish. So look, hop on the beaches and look for a gutter, you should come up with a fair few fish. So the rock fishing at the moment's been pretty productive, but with this swell that's up, it's looking like it's going to keep building throughout the rest of the week and over the weekend. So if you are looking to get on the rocks, just be cautious. Maybe fish the wharves where you're a bit higher up and a bit more safe. There are lots of bonito around and still plenty of salmon and tailor around as well. So you should land a few fish, but just keep an eye on that swell. So with this swell that's up, if you're looking to go offshore throughout the holidays, look, if you're not sure about crossing the bar in a bit of swell, maybe don't do it. We saw a few boats yesterday sort of come out and then turn back. There is swell on the bar and there are breaking waves. So the main thing is if you are going to go out, don't hesitate, just punch it through. But if you're sort of tossing up between doing it whether or not, you're probably safer not to. So Lots of surf around for those of you that want to surf. Boss Outdoor Rentals, come in and hire a board. There's plenty of waves to be had.
Yeah, mate, I'd be staying away from Merimbula Bar over the next couple of days. I think Friday's okay, and then Saturday, the swell is just building. So Saturday will be treacherous conditions heading out of Merimbula Bar. You can still get out there and fish though, probably. If you want to go to Eden, there's no bar. You launch straight into the bay and protected waters all through the bay. And then if it's good enough to go outside, you can still get out there and not cross a bar. If you do brave those conditions and get out chasing some of these snapper, there has still been a few fish around. They haven't been to the same size that they were a couple of weeks ago where they were really good, but there's still a few numbers in them. Plenty of mowies around too. But the flathead fishing has been spectacular. If you get out to 30 or 40 metres of water, anywhere off Eden, find some sand, there'll be heaps of flatties and decent size, and you can't get a better feed than a feed of flathead. There's definitely still some late season striped marlin action to be had. They're still feeding on bait balls, and there's still a few of them. So if you can get out there, spot the birds, spot the bait ball, pitch a livey into these bait balls, you'll definitely come up tight on a striped marlin just like this. Well, that's about all we got for you for this week's fishing report. We wish you and your family a very happy Easter and hope the Easter Bunny brings you heaps of Easter eggs. For our deal of the week this week, we got 20% off all of our range of Boss tools. So we hope you get out there and catch some fish. If there's anything you do need to know about fishing, camping, water sports, or anything that we have in the store, come into Boss Outdoor so we can hook you up.